Hello, Jess Too Good here. Today we're taking a look at the LEGO Powerpuff Girls Bubbles Playground Showdown set with 144 pieces, 2 minifigures, and retails for $20 in the United States. Now let's take a look at those minifigures. So here is Princess Morbucks, which the design of this is a very complex head mold. I like how it has the hair coming out at the sides, also a hole up top so that you could put that crown piece. And the torso is a new print, as well as a tutu in that lavender color is nice as well. The legs are the same printing that the Powerpuff Girls actually have, and you can see her mouth and how they have a printed nose on there, which looks a little bit odd, but still everything else on there looks fine to the show. And Bubbles is the same design from LEGO Dimensions, which is kind of lame. I wish she had a new facial print, but oh well. We have that printed 1x2 Powerpuff Girls phone, but this one is an exclusive coloring. And then we have this Power Blast right here, which if you push on it, it shoots out just like that, and you can see her back torso printing right there. Also included is Octi, Bubbles' favorite doll octopus, and the design of this has a nice printed little ball piece up top, which is the one with the little Technic connection at the bottom, so that's nice to see there, and he is exclusive to the set. So here are all the builds of the set. Let's take a look at each one individually. Now the namesake playground builds include this slide right here, which I like that little rainbow design there, and it uses the new smaller slide piece, as well as a ladder piece in a nice blue at the back, which works out really well. And of course you can make Bubbles go down on that one just by pushing her like that. There's also a merry-go-round, which is very basic build, but it works perfectly. I mean, just as you would expect for a playground merry-go-round, which you could spin right there, put your minifigures on there, and it's just fun to play around with, and that rotates very easily. Simple build as well. There's this locker, which doesn't have too much to it. This locker has a printed 2x2 clock up top, and inside I just fit an Octi figure, which fits pretty snugly inside there, so I appreciate that. Very basic build in terms of the design. There's also this little stereo right here, which has 2 vinyl records on it, which aren't new prints, but they're from the LEGO Friends line, as well as the LEGO Friends 1x2 iPod or music player, whatever you want to call it. Nice handlebar so you could carry it. And finally, we have this little lunch table, which has these cute sandwich builds, very simple. The LEGO Friends milk carton, and then this launcher where you could actually launch the sandwiches just by pushing down on here. And oh man, that didn't work. Let's do it one more go. Put this one right here, and dang, that was pretty weak. The Morbucks mech is so freaking small. I mean, it's almost the size of like a polybag mech that they used to do for Ninjago and Exoforce, but there are a lot of limitations with that size, which is kind of a shame. Now, there's some funny parts. I like how there's a $100 bill just on the back of here, which is on a handle that you can move up and down. Makes sense since she is a very rich girl. But with those limitations, it really comes with the arms where they have these mini ball joints you can move all around. That's pretty nice, but when you get to these hands right here, you move them side to side and sort of move them up and down to that extent. But it would have been nice to get maybe like a mini ball joint on those so you could punch in different directions and such. Maybe I'm being a little bit nitpicky there. And they do have these stud shooters, which if you press on them, of course it shoots out the stud just like that. Another feature actually that they say is that you could remove these little hands right here and they become Morbucks' power gloves. We'll remove the other one right here and then attach both to Morbucks, and bam, there you go, the Morbucks power gloves. With the legs, they also have mini ball joints. You have one at the top and then one at the bottom, so you get different poses for the mech. I don't know, with these mini ball joints I always have a problem with how much friction they get. It's hard to position them sometimes, but I guess that makes it more stable, so you put it in different poses and such as you'd like, as long as it's not too top heavy. That's a weird pose right there. And one last thing about the whole rotation and everything is this center part can actually be moved left to right, which is pretty neat. But then for some reason they also have this part on the bottom which could be moved. Kind of pointless. And if you're wondering how she kind of stands on this cockpit, there's just a little bit of a 2x2 circular brick to make her stand on and hold on to the handlebars. Either way, that's it for the set. Let's take a look at the packaging and then the final verdict. The box is the small square $20 box size, which I haven't seen in a while. You can see the back has some nice little features to it. And the instructions have some nice little artwork at the back featuring clips from the show. Not really clips, but screenshots from the show, which I like. As well as little play features, almost like a comic book for the set, which is cute as well. So overall, you guys know I initially liked the Mojo Jojo set better than this one, but I think this one is a better set now that I have it all built. In terms of the value, you just get a lot for a $20 set, and it doesn't feel like they cut corners with a lot of the different builds for the playground, which I like those playground designs. They're very colorful, but still with, I guess, not Lego Friends colors, as people would say. There's a lot of different blues, reds, yellows, stuff like that, which is great. And it's a build that we don't really see too much. We don't see too many playgrounds or even mechs this small. The mech itself is actually one of my least favorite builds of the set. I feel like it's just a little bit wonky at points, and it's kind of hard to move around with it with the very small ball joints. But I still think that it's an interesting enough build to separate it from some other mechs released recently, because I've kind of been tired of Lego mechs. So of all that considered, I'd rate this one a B. I mean, the Princess Morbucks minifigure is definitely the best part about this whole set, but there's a lot of nice things with the build to set it apart from some other $20 licensed sets. And in my opinion, it's just a better value than the Mojo Jojo set. So that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.